This Cuphead trick is also a reverse arm curl variation. And the starting position for this trick is also a reverse grip on the club. I like to hold the club a little bit lower than the halfway point. On many multi-piece clubs, you'll have the handle and then there's the body, and where those two things meet, there's a little joint, right? So you can imagine if this was a multi-piece club, I want to grip the club just underneath where the handle meets the body. And the trick we're going to learn looks like this. To do this, the starting position is that the hand turns the Cuphead over 180 degrees towards the outside of the body. So if you see the knob and your nose, take the knob and take it away from your nose to the outside until the club is 180 degrees. And once you're there, put one ball in the cup and one ball in the other hand. And now you're ready to start. This trick starts with an exchange of the two balls. So the hand that doesn't have the cup head throws the ball across, a little bit of a crossing throw, not too much. And as I throw, my hand is going to be close to the ball that's in the cup. So I throw the ball, and as my hand raises to throw that ball, I grab the ball that's in the cup and I take it out. And now we're in a position like this. Of course, there's the second ball is in the air. So what I want to do is I take my cup head hand and I turn the cup head over 360 degrees really quickly. And I catch the ball that's in the air into the cup. And it's a position that looks like this. And you could call that maybe a penguin catch, which is a popular 3-ball juggling trick, right? So you take your catching hand and you turn it in towards your body, and then it helps to straighten the elbow, and you have the hand here for a penguin catch. And to get out of that, then you just untwist your wrist, which is the reverse arm curl part of the trick. So it's the same thing with the cup head. I'm here, I want to move it around really quickly underneath that throw. So I'll be in this position here with the cup facing the ceiling. And that allows me to catch the ball there in the cup. And then I perform the rest of a reverse arm curl, which means that the ball will pass between my hip and my wrist from the back of my body coming through to the front of my body. So I circle around, and then I'm back here, which is the beginning position of this trick to start again. So again, you can practice that without the second ball. You can take one ball in this hand and the cup head in the starting position. You're going to do a little crossing throw, not too far, because you want to imagine that the catching point of the ball is going to be somewhere around here, not out here, right? It's easier if it's here in front of you. And you can imagine in that catch that the cup head, in one way, for now, just to practice this throw, it's going to circle around over the ball, and it's going to meet the cup head there. So don't do a very high throw. Don't make a throw that's higher than your head for now. Just make a very low throw. Maybe under your chin is good. You throw the ball, and you can imagine, just for now, that the cup head's going to circle that ball, and they're going to meet over there. And of course, that means that you have to do it very quickly, because it's such a low throw. The ball's falling down quite fast. You don't have a lot of time. So you have to get that cup head moving. And you can just practice that move on its own. And again, if you want with the rest of the reverse arm curl. So this movement's really quick, and then you have a little bit more time to relax and untwist your arm. And what actually happens when you have two balls is that throw you do, it's not quite as low as when you practice it with just one ball and one cup head. Here, I can really take the cup head over that ball to understand what's happening with my body. But in the trick itself, I have to do an exchange of the two balls. So the ball I throw from the other hand here, and I go to take this ball out, the cup head actually passes behind it. So in the actual pattern, you'll see that this ball goes up here, maybe in front of my face. And when it's up in the air, the cup head passes not over it, but behind it. So the cup head's going between the ball and my face. really good way to think about the exchange is that you're bringing both hands together and they're going to meet in the middle. So I really think about not only throwing the first ball, but bringing the ball and the Cuphead over to meet that hand, and they kind of come up to the middle of my body. And it happens at the same time. So it's not a rhythm of throw, and then take, right? It's not 1, 2, it's 1. It kind of happens at it helps you to imagine that it's happening in the same beat of time. So I have 1, 2, and then you could say 3 is the unwinding of the reverse arm curl. So I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what I like to do is have this idea that after the Cuphead completes its reverse arm curl, it doesn't come back to this position here where it's just waiting to do something again. Instead, I complete the reverse arm curl by moving the club to the middle and meeting my other hand. So in this way, the pattern repeats rhythmically and it never stops. So out of that reverse arm curl, I'm already moving it up to start the movement again. So you can keep some sort of rhythm like this that you imagine the club is moving kind of all the time. It never stops. And another thing to notice is that after you do the penguin catch, you don't need to wait there. Of course, when you first start learning the trick, it's really good to make sure you have a solid catch before you move on, because it's very easy to kind of tip that club over and the ball will fall out of the cup as you're doing the rest of the reverse arm curl. But once you get comfortable with the trick, after you do the penguin catch, you don't need to stop there. You can keep the movement going the entire time. And you can anticipate the catch of where the ball is going to move. So one thing I really like to imagine when doing all the Cuphead tricks is that it's not just about the mechanics of the position of the hand and the angle to tilt to drop the ball out, or where to throw the ball, or how far to cross my arm, or how do I have to bend my body to get the arm curl to work. What I like to think about a lot is I imagine the cup moving the ball through space. So the club is really moving the ball and transporting it through three-dimensional space. And that's really important when you're doing a trick where you have a penguin catch and you're trying to get it out back to the front and to do the catch again. So I really have this imagination of the ball going on a journey and the Cuphead is pushing the ball through space. And that way when I do the penguin catch, I don't need to stop. I don't need to stop and then do the arm curl. I can make it into one movement because I take the Cuphead and I'm right, like you can just imagine swooshing the ball around everywhere inside the cup of the Cuphead. And there's a little bit of that sensation inside this trick.